What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Man, it's been a long time since I've been able to say that and record a video for you guys. So yeah, I'm back, I guess, kind of obvious. But before we get started with today's video, we're gonna catch up about, what's been going on with me, what's going on with my situation, and we'll do some SWGOH talk, and we'll play a little bit of Conquest, so you guys aren't bored listening to me the whole time. But before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys. You guys really, really are just awesome. You guys kind of helped me get through this tough time for the last couple months. That video I made back in January, I think it was January, yeah. I think I made it back in January, talking about how, I was just going through some stuff with work, leaving my internship last year and just haven't been able to find a job. All your guys' comments, I went back to that video a lot during the days that were just really hard to get through, and your guys' comments kind of helped me get through the days. So just really big thank you. I really wasn't expecting that at all, especially for the type of content I do. I'm not one of the big fishes out there, but really just want to say thank you guys to every single one of you. And even if you didn't comment on that video, some of you guys were keeping in touch with me through other videos or through Discord or other means. Just want to say thank you. I wish I made that video sooner. I really wish I did, because it was the second I made that video, things slowly started to get better. Still not done. I'm still not done with the fight. I'm still kind of looking for a career, but I do have something right now that's kind of part-time. I went back to one of my older jobs, flipping burgers for Five Guys. So went from an office job to flipping burgers again. So one step back, but it's a job where I can turn my brain off, and then my real job is when I come home and just look for a career. But I think things are going to turn around pretty soon. I have a pretty good feeling that I'm getting pretty close to landing something. I've had a lot of interviews past few months, but I've said no to a lot of them. And that's not me just getting on my high horse. It's just I don't want to lower myself to getting something, applying for something and then it being less than what I was looking for. So it was really tough to say no to a lot of them, but I think it was the right call. And I wanted to come back sooner. I really wish I really wanted to. I wanted to come. I was saying I was going to come back in at the end of February, come back in the end of March, but I just had to wait for the right time. And I feel like I'm in a better headspace right now. And I'm back playing the game again. I didn't completely quit. I wasn't in a guild for a whole month, or a whole GAC season, which is a month. I was just kind of logging in, collecting my payouts or whatever. I wasn't doing dailies or anything. I wasn't doing 600 because obviously I'm not in a guild. So I didn't really completely quit, but I did that. Then I moved over to a vacation guild in my alliance. So I'm there right now. I'm in the process of trying to get back into my my previous guild before I took a break. So that might be another month or two. Hopefully it won't be that long, but you never know. Obviously, I missed a whole, set of datacrons by not doing Conquest. Or no, I did Conquest. I just I did it, but I didn't I didn't do the datacron part. I just did it to get the feeds, to get the characters, and I think I missed a couple red crates, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. You can always catch up with the next ones. But yeah, I really wish I made that video sooner. Like I said, it really surprised me how much you guys were able to help me just with your comments and just your positive feedback. A lot of you guys actually try to help me get jobs. A lot of you guys offered me to do this or that, and unfortunately things didn't line up, but just for you guys making the offer really made a difference. I had no idea how competitive and kind of, I don't want to be negative, but awful the job market is at the moment. So I really have learned a lot in the last probably 4 to 5 months. I've learned more in the last 4 to 5 months than I have in the last probably year. Graduating last year, getting my college degree, I've always been told once you get the degree, it's all smooth sailing after that, and clearly that's not the case. Especially, I live in Southern California, so it's that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I listened to a lot of Micro and Charlie Kirk. really, really great guys to listen to for like podcasts or just videos about just the job market and is college worth it? I still think it's worth it. It's just, man, you got to do a lot of work, I feel like, to get the job after. You know, unless you get like an engineering degree or like a nursing degree. That's different. But even then, you still have to put in work to get the job. But you know, I don't want to get sidetracked on politics because I can talk about politics, baseball, and Star Wars all day. But we're here for Star Wars, so let's get in game and let's do some conquest. You know, let's chill for a little bit. So I was looking at my datacrons earlier, so yeah, as you can see, I kind of fell behind with this one. This is all from the first conquest. I'm a little bit caught up here, so let's do some conquest. But we'll talk about the game for a little bit, and I don't want to keep this video too long. But yeah, I just want to say I'm back, and then we'll talk about what to expect coming forward. So first thing is this Thursday, so tomorrow actually, I'll be on the not Archives podcast, that's another podcast, the Council podcast, you know, with Sungjita, Tassanex, Calvin Awesome, and Kin. So I'll be there tomorrow. I'll have that video uploaded for you guys tomorrow as well. We'll be talking, I'm sure we'll have a good conversation because the game is moving in a really interesting direction right now. I'm really curious to see where things go. And then the Archives podcast is another podcast that's probably new to my channel. I don't think I've posted anything on my channel yet with it, but I'll be on that podcast as well, probably in the next week or two. So I'm slowly working my way back into it, guys. Slowly working my way back into it. But yeah, I mean, the thing. Here's the thing: the break I took, I had no idea how badly I needed that break. Not doing your 600 was so much fun. I mean, it's kind of funny to say that it's fun to not do something. I think I might actually lose this battle. But yeah, we're gonna lose this. I need to quit. These troopers are stupid in Conquest. I'm slowly getting back into it, guys. I'm really rusty, but let's see. Do we even want anything here? Let's just go this way. Easier. But yeah, not doing your 600 was crazy. Not knowing how badly I needed that break, and that's kind of one thing. I'll probably make a video talking about like taking a break, but I would say the biggest thing for me was the goal was to always come back, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things about people that take breaks, whether they can stop the game completely, or you know they go to a less competitive guild, or you know they want to take a step back from content creation. I think the biggest difference is you have people that take breaks, and before they even take their break, they have a goal of when to come back, as opposed to people that just quit. And there's nothing wrong with quitting. You know, sometimes, you know, this game's not going anywhere. You can always come back to it later. But I think the thing is, if you take a break with the goal in mind of, I'm going to come back, it doesn't feel as bad. I didn't feel as guilty, like, oh, I'm going to miss out on this. I'm going to miss out on that. Like, it took... I was in Kyber 1 when I quit. Or stopped playing for a whole season, right? I went from Kyber 1, I think, to Kyber 3 for not playing an entire season. And there was a couple rounds the previous season I signed up for, but didn't even bother attacking. So, I mean, I wasn't getting my crystal reward, but I'm still getting my payout. So CG was technically, like, giving me crystals to not play their game, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Obviously, I'm missing out on raid rewards, TW, TB. TB's not happening this week either, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. But, you know, having that goal in mind of saying, I am going to come back when I'm ready, really kind of, like, made it easier to take a break. And, you know, my guild, Call Empire, super awesome guild, that, you know, they were able to understand and work with me. Obviously, I understand they're a very competitive guild, so they can't exactly just let me in when I'm missing, like, you know, I didn't have Bane when he came out. You know, I didn't have Bo-Katan. I don't have her Datacron, so I understand that, you know, they have these requirements because, you know, they're competitive. They can't have any loose ends, so... excuse me. So I totally get, like, they're like, you know, they're waiting for the Datacrons. I think it's set 13. That's the one I missed out on. They're waiting for that one to go away, and then they'll bring me back in, or they're gonna try to bring me back in. I'm like, yeah, that's totally fair because I don't want to backtrack and try to waste resources or crystals to, you know, get a Datacron where, you know, it's going to go away in 2 weeks. You know, I'm not spending on the game anymore. I haven't spent anything all year, which is still the goal. You know, I want to go the whole year without spending. I feel like you don't need to anymore, or at least I don't need to anymore, where my account's at right now. But, yeah, that's kind of where things are at right now, guys, with me. I feel a lot better about things. Like I said, really just, I can't thank you guys enough for being super positive, just helping me get through, you know, like the darker days. But I will be streaming my 5v5. My stream schedule is probably going to change a little bit. I'm going to try to make it as consistent as possible, but obviously, you know, working in the food industry again, your schedule changes all the time. So I'm going to try and find a schedule that works. I will be streaming my GAC next week. TW, let's talk about TW though. So there's I always try to find a positive, like I'll leave it on a positive note with anything. So one of the cool things about me leaving my guild or taking a break was it kind of gave me a fresh set of eyes on a lot of things, like, well, you know, in life in general, but also TW. You know, I've been in a lot of TW, like the guild I'm in right now. Like I said, people just, if they sign up, they sign up. If they set stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's not very organized. It's not competitive. But it's given me a fresh set of eyes on territory wars, and kind of like, I feel like where majority of you guys may be at with TW. So that was kind of nice, because I've always had, well, not always, but like recently I've had like my blinders on, where I'm just looking at TW from like the top and the gauntlet perspective, like the most competitive format you can possibly think of. And, you know, I really like TW. It's still my favorite game mode. But being able to see TW from a lower GP's perspective really kind of gave me some insight on like different strategies or different approaches, because I feel like a lot of the stuff I gave you guys is like, that's like the goal, right? We want to get to that level, but like the journey to that level, I feel like I haven't been very clear on, because, well, I didn't really, you know, I don't remember what TW used to be like outside of a competitive environment. I've been in competitive TW guilds for probably the last like 2-3 years. You know, they're competitive on different levels, but they're competitive regardless. And I think trying to get to that competitive level, even at the lower end, is kind of what I want to focus on when I start talking about TW again. It really, I really think it's just interesting. It's almost like a completely different game. You're gonna have different strategies. You're gonna have different Omis. I think have different values at different competitive levels, which is really interesting, because there's some Omis I'm like, man, we never get to use this in TW, because it's not like, you know, it's not like in the top 20 or whatever, you know, the top whatever teams you use on offense and defense. Obviously, the Datacrons that are changing play a big role in what people set or use. Like this guy, for example. I don't have his Datacron, but by God, is it annoying. It is absolutely annoying. I guarantee you, once it goes away, though, people are not going to be using him or his team anymore. You know, like Kit Fisto's another good example. He's got a really cool Datacron right now, but I'm pretty sure once it goes away, like, we're not going to see him again. Unless he gets a rework or something. Oh god, are we going to lose this one too? But, yeah, so there's different levels of TW that I want to focus on. Yeah, we're done here. Actually, let's give Gas a chance. Let's give Gas a chance. Come on. Blow everybody away? Nope. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so, kind of pivoting over to another passion project that I've been working on since I've been gone. Bad Batch. I actually end up R9ing all my Bad Batch. I got him decked out with like such good mods right now too. Super proud of that squad. I really keep wanting to quit, but Gas does not want to. All right, so you're gone. Maybe we'll get this done. I'll have to go back and redo this battle at some point. To get the 3 stars. Please don't die, Gas. Please. Oh my god, barely made it through. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oof. There we go. Okay. Back to Bad Batch. So, I've been enjoying the hell out of Season 3. Season 3, I think, is absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend checking Season 3 of Bad Batch out. It just kind of sucks though. It's kind of a bittersweet ending because it's like they finally have a season where like it feels like there's no filler. It's all just story, story, story. I mean, there's some episodes that are better than others, obviously, and you'll always have that. But um, it's like it's the last season of the show, and they finally figured out the show. They finally figured out how to tell the story of the Bad Batch without having all these filler episodes. Yeah, so this is everything I'm working on. My Bane still R7, Bo-Katan's R3. It's really just yeah, I have the boss Nass help me. I actually have all the TW Omis except where is it? Chief Nebbit. Chief Nebbit is the only one I'm missing right now, guys. The only one I'm missing. I don't think I'm going to apply it. I think I'm going to save for the next ones. Oh, by the way, before I show you my Bad Batch, yeah, when I say I have all the TW Omis now, I really have them all. There's something wrong with me, guys, but doesn't that just look awesome? All right, yeah, Bad Batch. Such a great show. I'm really hoping it leads into another show. And I'll probably make videos about Bad Batch. I want to talk about in depth on why what makes the show so great for me, like why I love it so much. Crosshair is probably one of my all-time favorite Star Wars characters. I don't say that often. Like when people ask me what my favorite character is, I'll be like Boba and like a couple characters from the Old Republic. Like I'm really picky about like who I really like in Star Wars. But Crosshair might be in like my top 3. And I don't know how Disney was able to write such a great character, because lately they've just been putting out a bunch of garbage lately, So I don't know if this was like an accident. I hope it wasn't, because like his character, there's so much depth to his character. It's insane. And I really hope we get him one day. I really hope we get him as a 6th member. I don't want to drop Omega, because also I really like Omega. I think Omega's awesome. I think she ends up being kind of like, she kind of steals the show a little bit. I don't want to give spoilers or anything, but such an incredible character. But yeah, like this team is a lot of fun. I can't wait to start experimenting with this team a little bit more. Just seeing like what they can kill at R9. Especially when they get Datacrons back, or if you have the right light side Datacron with them. That's gonna be it for today's video. A little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but we had a lot to talk about, and like I said, tomorrow I'll have that podcast video posted for you guys. It'll probably be later in the day, because we usually do it around like 2 or 3 Pacific, and then it runs for about an hour, so it'll probably be uploaded sometime tomorrow night, more likely. But yeah, guys, I'm back. Again, sorry it took so long, but things are looking really good for the game. I'm really excited for the future of the game, and a lot of content I'm going to be making for you guys. There's a lot of things got to catch up on, and a lot of cool ideas, especially TW related. Maybe we'll do some GAC stuff, like videos, maybe, but probably not. All right, guys. Other than that, take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.